My name is Rambo, and I work for Zinpro Performance Minerals, or Zinpro Corporation. I've been with the company about a year now, and I am part of the Research and Nutritional Services group. And what part of my responsibilities are technical support for the global sales staff that we have, so international and US, and then I'm also responsible for developing, conducting, and overseeing different research projects sponsored by Zinpro throughout the year. So zinc is very important in a host of different functions. In fact, it's a cofactor in over 300 different enzymatic processes in the body. And so if we just look at it from a metabolism standpoint, it is involved in just a wide variety of different cellular processes. It has a very important role in immune function, developing T cells, lymphocytes, just a whole different, there's just so many places that it fits in supporting immune function. Obviously when we look at some of the classical deficiency models, one of the very first things that's observed is a reduction in feed intake. And there's some things associated with zinc deficiency, lowering feed intake. It's also very important for the integrity of epithelial tissue, and not just what we have here as far as skin on the outside of our body, but also the epithelial tissue on the inside of our body. So respiratory tracts, lungs, esophagus, also the stomach and the intestines, all of that is epithelial tissue and really requires zinc for a number of different cellular processes, whether we're thinking about the synthesis of those tissues or just maintaining the integrity, like for example of tight junctions in the gut. So there's so many places that zinc fits in, and saying that one is more important than the other is impossible. But there are a number of places, and thinking specific to SALS, obviously we get into inflammation challenges. That active role that zinc plays with immune function is critically important. It also plays some important roles for formation of tissues in the claw capsule in the foot and some of those things as well. While I was at Purdue University, a lot of my master's dissertation focused on looking at factors that impact muscle metabolism and how can we change that, how can we increase protein synthesis or lean tissue mass, and by doing that we're also going to increase feed efficiency, production output, and a whole host of other things. And so one of the things that I became very interested in was results that we had done from a trial from Zinpro, where we fed Avela Zinc the final 56 days of a finishing period and then fed Paline the final 21 days. And we saw a very nice response in terms of feed efficiency and gain in those particular pigs, and saw some moves in terms of carcass composition. And so that really sparked my interest, because I've always been interested in how do we influence, how can we manipulate carcass composition in pigs through nutrition. And so that led to an additional series of projects where we took a look at some of the molecular mechanisms associated with zinc and ractopamine, and how those factors may have changed as a result of including different zinc sources in the diet, and then also paline or ractopamine in those diets as well.